Indeed, among other intellectual substances, the human soul has the lowest degree, because, as was said above, in the first self-organization, they receive the knowledge of the order of divine providence in a single universal knowledge. But for a perfect knowledge of the order according to the particulars, it is necessary that it be brought forth from the very things in which the order of divine providence has already been particularly instituted. Hence it was necessary that he should have bodily organs, by means of which he might draw knowledge from corporeal things. From whom, however, owing to the weakness of the intellectual light, they are unable to obtain a perfect knowledge of those things which pertain to man, unless they are assisted by superior spirits, this requiring the divine arrangement, so that inferiors may acquire perfection through superior spirits, as was shown above. Because, however, man partakes of the intellectual light, brute animals are subject to him according to the order of divine providence, which in no way participate in understanding. Whence it is said, Genesis 1:26, "Let us make man in our image and likeness, that is, according as he has understanding, and rules over the fish of the sea, and the birds of the air, and the beasts of the earth." But brute animals, even if they lack understanding, because they nevertheless have some knowledge, are preferred to plants and other things that lack knowledge, according to the order of divine providence. Whence it is said, Genesis 1:29, "Behold, I have given you every seed-bearing plant on the earth, and every tree that has in itself the seed of its kind, that they may be food for you, and for all the living creatures of the earth. But among those things which are utterly lacking in knowledge, one is subject to the other, according as one is more powerful than the other in action. For they do not participate in the arrangement of providence, but only in the execution. But since man has both understanding and sense and bodily power, these are ordered in him to one another, according to the arrangement of divine providence, in a likeness to the order which is found in the universe. For bodily power is subject to sensitive and intellectual power, as if executing their command. The sensitive power itself is subject to the intellectual power, and is kept under its control. From the same reason, and among men themselves, order is found. For those who are preeminent in understanding naturally dominate, but those who are deficient in intellect, but robust in body, seem to have been appointed by nature to serve, as Aristotle says in his Politics. The opinion of Solomon also agrees with this, who says, Proverbs 11:29, "He who is foolish will serve the wise." And Exodus 18 it is said, "Provide for all the people wise and God-fearing men who will judge the people at all times." Now just as in the works of one man, disorder arises from this because the intellect follows the sensual power, but sensual virtue is drawn to bodily movement because of the indisposition of the body, as is seen in those who limp. So also in human government disorder arises from the fact that someone is not in charge because of the preeminence of the intellect, but either usurps the dominion for himself by bodily strength, or someone is made to rule because of sensual affection. Of this disorder not even Solomon is silent, who says, Wisdom 10:5, "There is also evil that I saw under the sun, as if by error proceeding from the face of a prince, a fool placed in the dignity of the sublime. But disorder of this kind does not exclude divine providence, for it proceeds by divine permission from the deficiency of inferior agents, as has been said of other evils. Nor is the natural order completely perverted by this kind of disorder. For the rule of fools is weak unless it is strengthened by the counsel of the wise. Whence it is said, Proverbs 20:18, "Thoughts will be strengthened by plans, and wars must be handled by governors." And 24, 5, a wise man is strong, and a learned man is strong and robust. Because war begins with a disposition, and there will be safety where there are many plans. And because he who advises rules him who receives advice, and in a certain way dominates him, it is said in Proverbs 17:2, that the wise servant will dominate the foolish children. It is clear, therefore, that divine providence imposes order on all things, so that it may be true what the Apostle says, Romans 13:1, things that are of God are ordered